I'm Aaron Argent, General Manager of the Royal Avalon Classic Golf Tournament. On my left here I have last year's winner of the blue jacket, off the stick, MG. MG, what would you say in the last year, what did it mean to you winning the blue jacket at such, pretty well the 5th major of all the majors?
Yeah, well, it's definitely my best sporting achievement, without doubt. I mean, to win the blue jacket up there with in front of all those people, all the boys, was really special to me. It's something I'll remember forever.
And your dad, President of New South Wales, what did it mean to him once it got back to him?
He wasn't too impressed with my 11 PM phone call to give him the news, but after that, I think he was pretty happy about it.
Yeah, right.
Definitely pretty happy.
And how's the swing?
Well, I don't know. I suppose we'll have to see in a few hours' time.
And has it changed your life?
Definitely. Yeah, having the blue jacket on the wall all the years, it's been a good year.
Well done. Best of luck today.
Thanks, Aaron.
What advice would you give to anyone playing this tournament today?
Just keep your head down. Anything can happen. I mean, I didn't look like I was going to win it until the end last year, so anything can happen.
Well done. Best of luck today.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
On my right here, got the tweed jacket from last year, Ronnie Biggs.
Good morning, Aaron.
What's it mean to you to wear this jacket around that long?
Well, it's changed my life in a lot of ways, just the jacket itself. You know, the whole last year's been just a roller coaster. I've received things in the mail, endorsements, you know. Before last year I was eating pies and sausage rolls. This year I've been rocking out at Tetsuyas and Villa Jonah. So that's been good. I got to the point where I was going out a bit too much and getting a bit too wasted, you know, I had to spend a bit of time in the clinic. But I seem to be back now, and I've been in an intense training thing for the last 5 weeks, preparing for the day.
And I went through Avalon once. I now live up on the coast. Kids just rushing up to you when you go. What's it like just getting the shopping done?
Well, you know, people come up to you you've never seen before, and maybe tuck $5 into my pocket and stuff like that, you know. So it is nice, you know. The women, another thing, you know. But yeah, it means a lot. I'll be looking forward to going back to back.
And to the handicap golfer out there, which is a lot of guys are in it, obviously, and they get to handicap. What advice would you give to someone out there trying to claim this tweed jacket?
Well, sometimes it goes right down to the last putt on the last hole. So never give up. Keep on trying and do your best, and try and keep up if you can.
Ron Biggs, best of luck for today.
Thanks,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Av Classic. What a sensational day today. Once again.
Fantastic. I mean, that's the best I've seen the course look, I think, ever.
Temperature-wise, probably 22 degrees. The Sri Lankan doctor on the ninth probably didn't come through as strong as we first thought.
As I said on the tee off the first, you know, this is the latest it's been. I think we're already it's middle of May, you know, so the nor'easters are coming over that hill. They're not really taking out. The doctor was never there.
It pretty well sizzled out at Port Macquarie, I feel.
I think both MG and that ended up right on the 9th green. No one stayed on the green on the playoff hole, which is, I haven't seen that since Jimmy McIlroy won both.
Yeah, back in 1992. Who would you pick out of MG, current winner, a lot of experience, and then Tom Rudd, up and coming, strong fella, off the surfing circuit?
He is. It's been quite strange the way that the two Rudd brothers are playing out. They're swapped sports.
Yeah,
I mean,
Phil Rudd back in 2009, of course.
Tom's going leaps and bounds. He's got a massive drive. We didn't see anyone really get too long this year. The ground is wet. We've had 10 days of rain, and it was all about the carry. MG carried a long way. There was no kick forwards, so I think what you shot, what you hit is what you got. It was a resort course.
You've got to give Tom Rudd a lot of credit for actually going past the hole and trying to win it and just not draw it for a player.
The only thing he didn't want to die wondering. It had to go in the hole, otherwise it was just, you know, no one remembers second. He wanted to win. That's the way you play the hole.
Thanks, Fez. We'll hear more of your golf experts later on, of course. Steve, the up-and-coming sort of golfer, talking about the tweed jacket. Tommy Rudd's taken that from Ronnie Biggs.
Yeah, Tommy's been consistent the last few years. He's always been up there, and like Fez said, he had a crack at the hole there on the last. So you know, good on him for doing that. Although he's probably regretting it a little bit now, but you know that's the way he plays.
Thanks, Steve. And as treasurer, how'd the money work out today? It's all good.
The money's good. Yeah, we're looking sweet, and yeah, we're going to kick on after this over at the bowling club, and everything's cool.
And with Fez's golf expert, he really gave you some pointers out there in your game, New belonging leaps and bounds.
Yeah, well, actually that's not true. Actually, it was more you. I was having a horror, and then you gave me a few simple tips, and that was basically it. I kept it simple and played heaps better. So
Thanks,
it was
Clark.
good. Enjoyed it. Great day.
There's treasure, and yes, man, you can be on your way now and get that Barbie fired up and get all the money situation out. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, gentlemen. We'll see you later on down at the main ceremony. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, mate.
All right, I'd just now like to welcome the previous winners, Ronnie Biggs, and obviously Matt Gordon's won back-to-back. It'll be Phil Rudd back in 2009 to present, who's a pretty handy golfer himself. I've had a lot to do with Phil Rudd, his technical side of golf and just his life in general. So I'll have Ronnie Biggs to come on, please. Ron, do you want to come over here, please, and present the jacket to Tom Rudd? Do you want to come down here, please? In front of... Well done, Tom. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron.
So a few words to Tom.
Tom, well played today on a handicap of 3. That's sensational stuff out there today, and I had it dry cleaned. Are we done?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Ron. Well done, mate. You can go suck it, mate. I know this is something you've aimed at probably for the last 5 years since you've been going in, and it's sort of probably the last 2 to 3 years it hasn't panned out like you thought. A lot of frustration, and it seems like your mindset's in a good spot at the moment, Tommy.
Yeah, that's right. I've just had a good holiday away from a bit of a break from golf over the last few months, and was working pretty hard on my swinging over the last sort of 12 months before then, and a lot of credit to this has to go to my coach, Matt Chris. It's just, I can't believe this happened. It just, this morning I woke up and just felt relaxed and in a good headspace and felt like I was ready. So.
Do you feel like with Phil winning the Blue Jacket 2 years and he's sort of gone in the background, it's all been Phil, and now it's your time to sort of, it's Tom Rudd's time?
Well, I wouldn't say that at all, Aaron. I'd just like to say I'd like to walk my own path. I'm not trying to beat anything my brother's done. It's just this, I don't know, it just felt right today, and all credit to Matt for beating me on the playoff hole, but yeah, no, I'm not trying to emulate anything my brother's done at all.
The last guy to win both jackets was Johnny Harper, who we haven't seen since, I think he was off a handicap of 8, which was amazing, some of the golfers that he beat on that day. But you've come out here and nearly playing both jackets. Was the blue a preference, obviously, or were you quite content with the tweed?
To be honest, I didn't come out to play for jackets at all, really. I came out to play with a good bunch of blokes, and that's what happened there. I think that's how you end up winning. This is the 4th year in a row I've played with Dave Hammond, so a lot of thanks has to go to him too. He's been a great golfing companion over the last 4 years. And either way, whether I walked off without a jacket or with the blue or the tweed, I was still walking off a winner. So.
Yeah, well, and this is Dave Hammond. We owe it to Dave. It's his acreage. It's the front of his house, and he lets us on once a year.
Oh well, it helps playing with a guy who's played here for the last 44 years.
Just quick last question. Surfing, golf. Where's the future hold for Tom Rudd?
I'm not sure right now. I have to go away and have a good hard think about things. I think after today, it's a massive step towards whatever I decide to do.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Tom. Thanks for your
Thanks,
time.
Aaron.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
All right, now I'd just like to welcome Phil Rudd, 2009 champion, to come up, please, Phil, and Matt Gordon, 2011 champion.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah, look at that.
It still smells like it.
Who
I didn't win that even, buddy.
would have thought 6 hours ago, the pre-interview, you're sitting here to go back-to-back, was it something that you thought you could do? Or?
Oh, I thought it was within reach, Aaron, but you just never know with the Open Classic. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I couldn't have picked the 2 guys that was coming down to playoff with. I thought, I'd get a couple of other guys, and you never know with the Open Classic. Things just, they don't always go to plan.
seeing you on the first, and you looked unsettled. You didn't want to tee off first, because obviously that's the hardest part to back up. You're off first in front of everyone, and then you've got a long wait from the 8th to the 9th if you're in contention. Was that something that played on you?
Well, the jacket's quite hard to swing in for starters, so I was really worried that I was even going to get anywhere near the hole on first. But after I got that one away, I thought, I'm sort of out of the limelight. You're out in front. No one's worried about what you're doing because you're out in front. I always thought winning was a possibility, but you just can't look too far ahead.
I spoke to your girlfriend this morning. I caught up with her. She said that your preparation, you went to the Hunter Valley and you had a nice weekend away. Was that part of the preparation, or just something you already had booked in?
Of course, I actually go into training for the Elk Classic about 5 to 6 months out before the Classic comes about. It was a bit late this year. We usually have it in February, March, so I was, I had a couple of months up my sleeve. That could have proved the difference.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? But on a hole, which hole do you think you sort of think's the most daunting hole? Which hole did you think, once you got past that hole, you've got a real chance of winning this jacket?
Definitely Choker's Bush. I think it's one of the most important. If you get past Choker's Bush with a par or better, then I think it's a really good thing to happen. And coming into Grace and V8, there are a couple of birdie holes in themselves.
Well, you got longest drive on V8, so you're obviously pumped.
Yeah, I was actually. So it was.
So you're running off the V8, so
Yeah.
nothing left behind on that. And Wet Pussy, that wasn't.
That was it was a problem for me today. I had a couple too many putts on that one.
Yeah. So you're in dry land. It's always.
I was in dry land. I was lucky to be in dry land. One of my slaying partners, Shane Carroll, he wasn't so lucky. Put the flippers on quite early in the round. I think that might have been the difference. So that might be why he's cooking the barbecue, because walk around in wet clothes. That really could have been the difference.
As you know, I played tennis with Adam Scott and Jason Day, who both did very well at Augusta. We've just got a report through that this being the 5th major, you might be able to contend next year in Augusta.
Is that right? Well, that's news to me.
Is it?
Quite happy about that. We'll have to think about it,
See where you're at.
Yeah. Those are some pretty quality players you're talking about there, yourself included. So I've got big shoes to fill if that's the case.
Once again, enjoy the ceremony and the night out. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks, Ian. Thank you.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see.